Hello everyone, welcome to Criccentricview. Calcutta won their qualifier comprehensively, and they are directly playing the finals on 26th of May. We have Sharvanan with us. So hi Sharvanan. So what was
Yeah,
your thoughts about yesterday's game when Travis had got duck out?
yeah. Even though the Travis had got out to Doug, it was very disappointing to see SRH to. It's very shambolic performance from them. We
Mhm.
rated them very much high. But
Right,
yeah, whatever we are predicting, it's just going quite opposite in this IPL so far. So yeah,
right,
but it's
exactly.
a great game of cricket from KKR. I think they
I mean,
finished
they
the
had
team
a
very well.
clinical
So yeah,
performance.
that's what happened yesterday.
I mean, see, they had a plan for each and every player. You know how Australians are, right? At the knockouts and the crunch moments, they are total. They're a different beast altogether. Till this moment, we are like, why is KKR spending 25 crores on Mitchell Stark? Now he's like, hold my beer. There you go, right? So that's the
He's
thing,
just
and like you mentioned, SRH batters didn't apply themselves. I think maybe their mindset is that we need to go all out attacking. We can't think about consolidating the game and all those things. So that could be the mindset. See, England players also have the similar mindset, right? There are going to be one-off games like these where we would be losing badly, but uh, out of in rest 8 and 10 games, we would be winning comprehensively. So that could be the mindset of SRH.
yeah,
But
but
tell me something. Uh, since Travis and Abhishek Sharma got out early, the middle order seems very weak. So would you take a gamble? Would you bring in either of Markram or Glenn Phillips in place of Shabazz Ahmed because you're not utilizing him as a bowler? And that Vijay one overseas player, you could drop him and bring in Mayank Markande.
yeah, absolutely. And that was a trick I think SRH missed yesterday. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how can we bench Markram, let alone Gillen Phillips? But Markram has
Hmm.
done a tremendous job for your team so far. Whenever, see, he is the one proper anchor player to bridge
Right,
this openness and the explosive middle order like Klaasen. And see, whenever SRH performed well, their openers gave a brilliant partnership. Whenever
right.
they have gained the big partnerships, it was a cakewalk for SRH team altogether. And that day, Klaasen was the bridge uh, to, to connect between these top order and the middle order. And
I
it was
mean,
very they
right,
missed
right,
him
yeah.
that.
I mean, see, with Markram, I didn't understand. Like, when he was dropped, I thought maybe he's injured or something, but I don't know. Like, see, that guy, every game consistently, he gives you uh, 15 balls, 25, or 20 balls, 40, something like that, around 150, 200 strike rate. Just because other players are playing at 300, 150, 200 doesn't become a low strike rate, right?
Yeah, that's the problem of today's cricket. Actually, they
Right.
everybody wants a boundary in each and every delivery, and
Hmm.
it's very injustice to drop Markram and bringing in this Vijay.
Right.
We don't know how good a player he was, but still, I would bet on Markham because he can give you those 2 overs also. He's
Right.
not a he's not just alone a batter. He has developed that bowler also in him, and I
Hmm.
think he was a great asset. And he could be that one X factor. I think yesterday that's a trick that SRH missed. Uh, playing yesterday.
Right. Because see, if the target is 160, right? No matter how many bowlers you keep, you can go with 10 bowlers. They can't defend that target, right? Because that's nothing. There's no pressure on the batter side to do things differently, right? So
And
that's
also
understandable.
when seeing this SRH performance, I could remember the 2008 Kings 11 Punjab. I still remember that there's a team who qualified for the semi-finals at first right in 2008, and they
Hmm.
were have this explosive batting order with them, like Sean Marsh. Yuvraj Singh,
Hmm.
that prime Yuvraj Singh, Sean Marsh,
Right.
everybody was in red hot form and they were scoring runs for fun. But
Hmm.
uh, when the time they are in the semi-finals, they face Chennai against Chennai in their semi-final match.
Right.
And in
Right.
that match, whatever has been their strength has been turned into weakness, and they were completely defeated by CSK in that match. And I could remember that game while seeing this yesterday's match actually from SRH, because SRH was demolishing the opponents for fun this year. They were scoring
Right. Right.
200s for fun, and all of a sudden, when they are coming into this qualifier one, that too against KKR with not so good in form Star, and I was really keen to watch that battle between the two Aussies. Always the
Hmm.
Aussies were dominating the other teams, but it was a proper battle. Like Travis said in his form of his life, and Stark was not in a very good shape.
Right.
He was not among the wickets, and he was going for runs. The external pressure was huge, but that man proved that okay, I am an Aussie. I know how to play in these crunch
Hmm.
moments, and I born for this. So I
Right.
think the medal from Stark was something, and it's beyond the imagination.
Exactly. And also, see, I think Kolkata, they came with a plan. Like even Travis had got in a similar fashion against Kings 11 Punjab. Sorry,
Yes.
Punjab Kings, right? So that was the plan. And again, after that happened, they had certain plan for Abhishek Sharma. Then Nitish Reddy, I think inexperience got the better of him, right? Because uh, see, he doesn't have experience to play fast bowlers like 145, 150 kilometers per hour, right? He thought maybe okay, the length is there, I can go for a pull shot, but Stark has an extra bounce, right? That is something he didn't take in consideration,
Yeah, also Stark was coming already with 2 wickets in his hand. So I think
right?
he already was high on confidence. And these days, the batters are always going for those pulls with very compulsive. They are not very
Yeah.
convincing hitting those pulls actually. They have
Hmm.
this they have this in this mindset that even if it is a top edge, it will go to the boundaries. That's
Right,
how
right.
their mindset's right now. So I think
Hmm.
that's very compulsive pull, and there was nothing short actually for me.
True. And before that, also before that, Tripathi survived the LBW just because Shreyas Iyer didn't take a review, right?
Yeah,
Otherwise, it would have been like a 110, 120, which you were trying to
it was a
defend.
plum actually. And I really don't know how Shreyas got to know that it was bad first and not the bad one. Yeah, even it
Yeah.
was a gamble to take because they're already two
Hmm.
down. The only
Right,
batter
right, yeah.
who can who can score big was Tripathi at that moment of time. So I think
True.
it could have been a gamble to take because you're already on the front foot. So it was a different tactics. I don't know.
Right, right. I think maybe like when I when when we saw that live, right? I thought maybe that is the inside edge and it hit the uh, shoe, but somehow the replay showed when replay slow mo showed it was different. I think Shreyas Iyer could have thought that, and see, like bowler bowler was much more closer than Shreyas Iyer, and again, generally with reviews you tend not to trust the bowlers, right? That's the thing.
Oh yeah, also Stark was not that much convincing yesterday with these
Yeah,
appeals. Actually, he was like,
right. Yeah.
okay, I can get him in the next ball. That's the attitude from him yesterday.
True, true.
And also after losing 4 wickets in the power play, then it's just you're just walking into the land of instinct because you are going to face
Mhm.
Sunil Narine, who is riding high on confidence like never before. And
Right.
this Varun Chakravarti suddenly found his mojo back in the later part of the tournament, and he's bowling some dream spells. Though he's going for some runs, but still he's giving you the wicket. So
True,
it's
true.
going to be quite an uphill task. And SRH batters again lack of experience and what do you think of the run out actually? Pretty
Run
similar
out.
with Dubey and Ravindra.
See, at least, see, in Dubey and Ravindra, okay, you could say that. Uh, see, you could argue that, uh, this Shivam Dubey should have sacrificed for it, right? But calling for that run was not wrong. Dubey and Ravindra. Only that one person was ball watching. But in this case, uh, generally how it happens when you play that shot, right? You first wait for the ball to cross that fielder, then only you take a run. Here, Samad just went for it, right?
Yes.
And I would say it was Samad's fault altogether. Yeah.
Yeah, even at the point of time, I think Samath could have sacrificed this wicket because
Hmm.
Tripathi was the one who is just enforcing the attack, and
Right.
yeah, it could be either way. Even, who knows?
True. True.
The next ball could
Yeah.
be Tripathi's wicket also. But yeah, it was very amateurish
Yeah.
because this season
Hmm.
cricket is now and playing the highest level
Right.
of game and still making these schoolboy errors are not accepted.
I mean, see, Samad is not a inexperienced guy. He has been playing IPL since 2018, 2019. From that time. So,
Three seasons.
like this 5, 6 years he has been playing. So I think you expect much more from those players, right? And what do you think about bringing an impact player before Pat Cummins?
I think that is the first panic move from SRH altogether.
Right.
Uh, like they have already lost so many wickets and not enough runs on the board. So I think they just made the Mumbai Indians move there. Suddenly
Mhm.
pushing Deval Brooks to Trent Bolt.
Right.
So
Right.
something
Yeah.
like that happened yesterday. And I
Hmm.
still think maybe Washington Sundar.
Exactly. You could have sent Washington Sundar and see Washington Sundar knows how to take take the game, you know, uh, away from the pressure situations. If there is some pressure situation going on, he knows how to make a game out of it. Like see against India Australia Test match in Gaba, he and Shardul Thakur took that game, right? Otherwise, India was nowhere to win that game. So you could have trusted
Yeah,
Washington Sundar in that,
you could have trusted Washington Sundar, but they had
right?
other ideas. Actually, their plan was to bring on Jaydev Unadkat as the impact player. But
Exactly. Yeah.
the wickets have just made and KKR just spoiled their plan completely.
True. True. Yeah. And when it came to bowling, I think they were doing well. Uh, it felt like see Gurbaz and Narain, they were not finding it easy to go for their strokes. Yes, they were scoring those odd boundaries and all those things, but they managed well. But somehow the target wasn't that much to put more pressure on them. That's it. Otherwise, bowlers were doing a decent job.
Yeah, absolutely. What else you can expect, really? Bhuvi
Hmm.
and Cummins, even Natarajan for that matter. I
Right,
think they bowled pretty reasonably well. There was not enough runs on the board. And
right.
see, it it is because of that 160, the game was very convenient for the KKR. If it is
Hmm.
something like 190 or 195, then it should be a decent ball game to altogether. Like,
Right,
found it easy because here and there, 1 or 2 overs going for just 6 runs and over. And if you are losing Narain and Gurbaz pretty early, then it's very tough for them to come back to that game. But
right, yeah.
yeah, it was completely, I think, SRH miscalculated the game and
Hmm.
they just paid the price for being over attacking.
True, true, yeah. And somehow, like right before that qualifier, I think Gautam Gambhir's Kutti stories with Ashwin that got viral, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
in that, he was saying one thing, like uh, big players, they kind of big players they make headlines, but you need all the small players and all those small contribution for you to win that tournament or whatever it is. And I think that came true with KKR yesterday, and
Yes.
that's where those small contributions from SRH that didn't come up, right? Which uh, which SRH couldn't even make a good target to defend, right?
See, again, this is what happens when you're playing in a team game, actually. See, even
Hmm.
when KKR played against MI, they lost 5 wickets very early. It was
Right.
not that much runs on the board, and MI just slipped away the game. They
And
had the
Manish
strong
Pandey came
bowler.
in, yeah.
Yeah, even you could have brought in Bumrah and you might have killed that game then and there itself. But what
Hmm.
Hardik did was something else, and he let the game drift from their hands. So
Right.
again, these are some small things. Like it's not only about Stark yesterday. Though Stark made some inroads pretty early, but still it was Vaibhav Arora who got the wicket of Abhishek Sharma there.
Right.
That
Right.
was another vital contribution. Even in the last game against Punjab
Mm.
Kings, they lost head early, but still the game went on because Abhishek Sharma was there and he was having some fun. And again, when you come with Narain or even Andrew Russell for that matter, Cummins was playing brilliantly, I would say, because it was 126 for 9 at one point of time. And he managed with Vijay Kant and he just wanted to get some respectable total. But
Right.
again, Russell came in and got the last wicket of Cummins. So these are some small contributions actually. And even the fielding was top notch yesterday.
Right.
Um,
Right.
there was no catches dropped, and even the ground fielding was up to the point. And these contributions will go unnoticed, but still, those are the contributions that will be winning you the trophies for sure.
Exactly, right. And see, like when you say Narayan's contribution in this IPL is the only batting part will is something that comes into headlines because of the amount of runs he has scored. But in bowling, he hasn't taken much wickets, but every game he is giving like 4 overs for in the range of 15 to 20. Only yesterday's game was an outlier, right, where he
Yeah.
gone for runs because Pat Cummins was taking those risks. Pat Cummins, Rahul Tripathi, all those guys were taking those risks, right? So
Yes,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. It's not like that. Naren didn't pick up so many wickets. He was still in the uh, highest wicket taker, still 15 wickets he has taken this season
Yeah.
also. But
Hmm.
this batting was way beyond their expectation, and
Right.
he was going viral for it. So, yeah, I would say it's a very good game for KKR, and
Hmm.
they will be getting the proper rest before a big game. And
Right.
yeah, I think SRH. I think even if their plans went like, what if Head and Abhishek were there till the power play? At least for the
Hmm.
power play, then the score would have been 70 runs very easily. That's how they were
Right.
playing actually. But
Hmm.
things bound to happen. But it happened for SRH at a very wrong time. That too in a knockout game.
Right.
So I think that's where the problem lies. But
I
still, they
mean,
have another chance.
I
Maybe
mean, they
they
should
can.
look at this as a silver lining. Ki this is not a eliminator, right? And what do you think? Like, would their confidence would be like going forward? Like, see, they lost with a huge margin, and today, if RR and RCB they have a like a tight game, close game, and one of them wins, so they will still be like, okay, we need to beat. Although they have won the eliminator, they also fought really well to get there, right? So, what do you think SRH confidence would be? They will be like, okay, this is just a one-off game, and they will brush it off and let it go.
They should think this is a one-off game and just stop it. That's the only
Hmm.
thing that they need to do. I think if they kept on thinking this, oh, we lost this match by a huge margin, we were not up to the mark and we didn't live up to the expectations, then it is just some unwanted pressure that they are putting themselves on.
Right.
The better way is, okay, it's just happened, okay, let it be. Just move forward from here and let's focus on the qualifier too. Anyway, we have a chance to have a crack on the final. See, yeah,
Hmm.
anyway, these knockout games are always tricky. These one-off games are always tricky. You don't get any other chance. There will be no second chances. So it's all about on that particular day how we are reacting to the situation. So for me, I think still SRH have the potential. It's just an one-off game, but the next game will be in shape up. So it's another challenging surface, and it
Hmm.
will not help their free flow batting. So it's going to be another challenge that they are going to get on their way. So it will be a very
True.
interesting match. Either of any Royals that they are going to challenge SRH in shape up would be a very huge match.
I mean, see, if you look at RR versus RCB, RCB is in that proper full-on winning momentum, and at the same time they're away from home, which they always wanted in the first place for their bowlers, right? So Ahmedabad is a good place for them, right? So that their bowlers can have a sigh of relief, and at the same time, if they manage to win, Chennai is also better place for them, right? Because uh, SRH batters, they are known for that free flow batting, and Chennai doesn't offer that, right?
Yes.
So
So
let's see.
yeah, I think today it's going to be the match of between uh, the team that have performed very well in the first half, the team that rejuvenated in the second half. So it's going to be
Right.
an exciting game again. And
Hmm.
to me, I think maybe I don't know why, but I still think that RCB could go all the way to the finals because just a hunch, like the
Hmm.
momentum, it's another
True.
huge thing that will be always ponder upon T20s, and
Right.
that was with them. And the boost, the morale that will be high with RCB since they have beaten some a giant actually. It was a David versus Goliath
Right.
completely.
Right.
So
But here's the thing with the RCB, like the openers have a matchup with Trent Bolt. Then in the middle order, Rajat Patidar and the spinners, right? See, the spinners are also quality spinners in Ashwin and
sorry.
Chahal, right? So it's a good matchup, but there are some weak links in RR batting, right? Like who is going to open? Is it still TKC or who would it be? Right,
Yeah, that's their headache actually.
right,
I
yeah,
still think that Samson could be a very good option because he has that experience and he has been opened for RR in the past.
right.
Not in the past, but still, I think he is a better batter, and
Hmm.
I think this is the time that they could bring upon both Hetmeyer and Roman Powell because they lack that finishing also.
Right,
So even when Butler was there, Butler was not in that. Was not the usual Butler we used to see in the IPL. Even for that matter,
right.
Jaiswal, both are
Hmm.
not in that form that the management was expected. But still, they were off to a great start in the first half. But somehow they just lost their part in the second half. And still, this is the day. And I think
Hmm.
you should reinvent yourself. You should do anything, but you should not lose this game. That's how the mindset would be.
True, true.
So I think it's going to be a test of temperament for Sanju Samson also as a batter and as a captain also. It's going to be a very good game of cricket today.
Exactly. And see, Jaiswal, he played uh, one game, right, in the absence
And
of Butler, right? But still, you didn't see that responsibility from him. Generally, when the star batter is there with you, you tend to be playing freely. You play your shots freely and everything. But when you have an inexperienced batter, you you have to come up with a different plan. You can't go for like a high risk shots every time, right? Because after your wicket is gone, uh, that puts extra pressure on him, which he already has, right?
yes,
So that's what actually we thought Jaiswal could be one of the guys who would be a contender for orange cap, right? And
yeah,
somehow,
that's what I mentioned earlier itself. The predictions that we are making in this IPL
right,
was
yeah,
not happening.
right, yeah,
So let it be the way it is going, and we just
yeah, yeah.
witness whatever happens.
True, true, yeah. So what do you think this changes for SRH would be in the next game?
I would say one change that Vijay can't sit out and Markham will come in.
Markram,
Yeah,
that's actually a good option here.
it's the only thing if they want to do one thing, I think that is the one
Right.
change, and that would be suffice for them because everything else is going very well. Uh,
Hmm.
See, if the batters got enough runs, the bowlers can do their job because we have some quality bowlers also. Bhuvi suddenly found his mojo back since he's off from the national team, and a
Hmm.
very good bowler, Natarajan in the death, and you have Cummins, tactical master, I would say. Uh,
Right, right, yeah.
so I think the bowling is already sorted, and Jaydev
Hmm.
Unadkat is still giving those impactful performances. See, if they're going to play in Chepauk, then you can easily bring in. Washington Sundar, and already you are having Shabazz Ahmed in your team, so it's no brainer. Even Markram can bowl, so you have already three spinners in your playing 11. So
Right.
it's uh, going to be SRH, an easy task for SRH to select the team for checkout, even if they are going to play. The only concern is Head and Abhishek Sharma should apply themselves for at least 2 overs,
Right.
respect the conditions and respect the surface, then they can unleash themselves. That's what they
I
need to
mean,
do.
see, like instead of targeting 6 overs 100, you could target for 6 overs 70, 60 or 70, right? And then you could unleash yourself. If you are 6 overs 60 for zero, the opposition is still under pressure because you still are there, right? So that should be the mindset actually.
Yeah, that's how they need to play, but let's see how they're going to do. And
Right. Yeah.
so it's also about the opponent, whom they're going to face. And,
Right.
so yeah, there will be a lot of things to consider, but still, the one thing I would really want to change is bring in Markram instead of Hitchison. That's it.
Hmm. Right. Right. And what about today's game? Like, how would your playing 11 look like for RCB and RR?
RCB shouldn't make any changes.
Right.
And for our, as I mentioned, I think see, the middle order didn't have enough chances for RR. Like the
Right.
game was done and dusted there by Riyan Parag itself, and there were not many opportunities for even Biru Joel to prove himself. So I
Hmm.
think it's going to be like Samson and Jaiswal to open the innings. Uh,
Okay.
Even Ashwin is already playing on top, so it's not it's no brainer that he can even come at number three and give you uh, some boundaries like how Naren is utilized in KKR. They can do the
Hmm.
same with Ashwin also. And later on, you have number four. Anyway, you have Parag there, and I think Hetmeyer and Roman Powell would be the right options to bring in the middle order to take care of the finishing duties. And already you have Trent, and yeah, I think that's where the team should be there. And Andre Berger
Right.
is already doing a very good job. And
Hmm.
given they are going to play in Ahmedabad, I think it's not going to be an issue. Given the
Right.
concerns like Virat Kohli and Faf du Plessis having against the left arm seamers, so yeah, it would be a brilliant matchup if Berger
Right.
and Bolt bowling in tandem and sharing the
Hmm.
cue ball would be a great side to
Yeah, it would be a great sight to watch, and RCB need to be watchful, like, of
on
course,
top.
on top. And of course, Faf and Kohli would be well aware of that, right? And
They are seasoned cricketers. They
they are
know.
seasoned
Uh,
players, and they and their technique is like when you see them play, it looks like uh, it looks like they are in proper control against like
yes,
whichever menace is there, right? Like if you see Virat Kohli, right? Uh, when you see Mitchell Stark, Mitchell Johnson, all these guys on song, Virat Kohli is playing them with full control. Even in the latest South Africa series, he's the only guy who was playing in well control against Rabada, Andre Berger, and all these guys.
yes. So yeah, it's going to be a huge matchup.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be a very good match as well.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Anything else to add?
No, we'll meet after the game, and
Okay.
we'll see how the game unfolded.
Right, right. So, what's your predictions?
Yeah, for me, RCB,
RCB. Okay.
I really want them to win at least once, and this time I think
Yeah.
whatever they have done so far was fairy tale. And
Right,
every
right.
fairy
Yeah.
tale should be a happy ending. So I really want and wish RCB to win this time.
Hmm. Okay. Actually, I'm also wishing the same. So let's
I
see.
know.
Let's see how it turns up. So,
Yeah.
anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, and see you after the eliminator game. And please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps our channel to grow. Thank you.